Hello, this is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com, and this is your weekly tarot card reading. And for this week's reading, I'm using a new deck that I have used before, which is the Modern Witch Tarot. I'm having fun with this deck. Okay, so I'm going to draw 3 cards. My intention here is that each card is going to represent a segment of the upcoming week. And the idea here is that we just get some fresh ideas, new ways of looking at things for the week ahead. All right. So let me just adjust. I'll zoom in a little here. Okay, so let's start with the first card. This is for Monday and Tuesday of the upcoming week. And here we have one of the most intense cards in the tarot, which is the Ten of Swords. And I'm just going to take a sip of my tea. It's so intense, I have to take a break already. Okay. So I love this version of the Ten of Swords because it shows this woman lying there stuck with all these swords and she's staring at her phone. And it's kind of this idea that when we feel pain, we tend to want to distract ourselves. And I just had this epiphany the other day that something that I was doing every night, I sometimes, not every night, but many nights, I'll get this feeling around, maybe 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. And it's this feeling of, it's not pain, but it's like this almost an uncomfortable feeling. And instead of exploring that feeling and going into it, I have been distracting myself. So I'm like, oh, what can I watch on Netflix right now? Or, is there any good podcasts to listen to? Or, I'll do a puzzle or I'll do something to distract myself instead of really looking at what's this feeling trying to tell me? And so I feel like at the beginning of the week, the Ten of Swords has a message for you about noticing. I think start by simply noticing when you are most likely to want to distract yourself. When are you most likely to just want to look at your phone or, whatever your chosen form of distraction is, whatever that might be. Just noticing, and asking yourself, am I trying to distract myself from something that needs my attention? Also, distraction is sometimes a form of coping. When things are really bad, sometimes that's a perfectly acceptable way of coping with something to get through it. But you don't want to stay in that place where you're always distracting yourself. Okay, so let's have a look at the middle card. So the middle card is for the middle of the week. So like Wednesday, Thursday-ish. And here we have the King of Swords. All right. So, and the King of Swords to me looks like a woman in this card. There's definitely a womanly vibe about this particular king. So what is the King of Swords all about? The King of Swords would make a great head of a company or an organization. King of Swords is really good at organizing things, keeping people on track, managing things. The King of Swords can look at a situation and immediately see what is important, what can I focus on, and what can I just, push to the sidelines? What are the priorities here? King of Swords is so good at prioritizing, at focusing, and getting things done in a really streamlined kind of way. And the advice that this king has for you in your life this week is to really get organized, prioritize, focus on the things that matter. And that in itself is an art form, something I'm not personally really good at, really picking out, okay, what's important, what needs my attention, what can wait. I'm so bad at that. I tend to focus on the little stuff and leave the big important things. But the King of Swords is saying, you know, really channel your inner King of Swords. We all have an inner King of Swords. It's that ability to buckle down, to focus, to get things done, to prioritize, and really kind of get your shit together. The King of Swords is good at organizing. And if you feel like your life is a mess, you know, start by organizing something small, like your closet. Maybe that's not small for you. You know, maybe just organizing your handbag or something. I do that every now and then. I'll just organize my purse, which is always like so messy. So organization is what I'm getting from this particular king. Now let's look at the end of the week. This is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the weekend. And here we have the Emperor. All right. The Emperor. Interesting. There's a lot of masculine energy with this spread. We have King of Swords, the Emperor. Even like the Suit of Swords, I think of as being a very yang, kind of outward focused kind of suit. So here we have the Emperor, and I know the Emperor, for a lot of people, is not their favorite card to get. I love the Emperor, and I'll tell you why. The Emperor is an independent spirit, and even though he, you know, you may not think of him as a rebel, the Emperor is a rebel. He marches to the beat of his own drum, and he can be difficult sometimes, a difficult person to be around or to be in a relationship with or to be friends with or to work for. But I encourage you to ask yourself, how are you like the Emperor? What Emperor-like qualities do you have? So the Emperor, I see him as kind of a trailblazer. You know, he marches to the beat of his own drum, and just because something it hasn't been done before, it's not going to put him off. He doesn't really worry too much about what other people think of him. He's not after approval or acceptance. What's really important to him is his relationship with himself and whether or not he respects himself. And so instead of measuring himself up to others and thinking, oh, like if I do this, will others respect me or like me? He asks himself, if I do this, will I be able to like myself at the end of the day? And I think that is a question we all need to ask this week is, you know, are our choices and our actions and the things that we're putting our energy and life force into this week, are these things that are going to foster a healthy relationship with ourselves? Will we have respect for ourselves at the end of the day? All right, I'm just going to look at all three of these cards together. What's interesting is the beginning of the week shows this figure who, to me, seems defeated. You know, she's lying down, got swords stuck on her. But next card and the next card, these are strong, full force figures that just seem to just bounce right back up. So the week may start on a low note. You may feel overwhelmed. You may feel even a sense of discomfort or pain regarding a situation or something. You might feel like you want to really run away from your problems and just not deal with it at the beginning of the week. But the theme of the week is the opposite of that. The theme of the week is being proactive. It's about standing up for yourself, taking action, getting your shit together, getting organized, prioritizing. And really, what I'm getting from that Emperor is this week is about nurturing that relationship that you have with yourself, with whether you want to think of this as the relationship you have to your soul, to your inner being, to your higher self, you know, whatever that is, whatever that looks like for you. The Emperor is about taking care of that and making decisions and choices and actions that allow you to respect yourself more. Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to look and see if there's anything else I want to say. A lot of suits happening here. Red suit, blue suit. A lot of suits happening. A lot of swords. It's a very suity, swordsy kind of week. It's like you put on your business suit, like you mean business this week. This is the kind of week where you can get a lot done. And I'm not just talking about like productivity, like getting shit done that you need to get done. But like this is a time for you to sort of get into a more, I don't want to say aggressive because that's not really the right word, but like assertive. It's like this is the week for you to get into assertive mode. And it's almost like any kind of stuff that happens over the weekend or at the beginning of the week, even if it's difficult, it fuels you to get more into that assertive, standing up for yourself kind of mode. All right, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this reading. Please like and subscribe. I post these readings every week, usually on Fridays, sometimes on Saturdays if I'm behind schedule. You can check out my website, dailytarotgirl.com, to learn all about reading tarot cards. I've got lots of really fun tarot learning resources there for you to check out. So thanks again for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful week.